Right, it's time for story time number 13. Right, so, I think just by reading the title, you know what this is going to be about. Right, so I'll split this video into like 4 parts. So, the first part we'll talk about is about this shop that was apparently haunted. So it's where me and some friends went over to it. It's where there was a lot of jolly people around, which was fun and dandy. As where there was like this one attic we went to, right? And so I climbed up like these really long steps, right? There was about that high for each step. I don't know why they're that high, but hey, it's where in this attic, I was in there for about half a minute. And I was like on my own, like mainly, and so I was like taunting the ghost saying, "Come out, Mr. Ghost, come out, come on!" And they just wouldn't come up that whatsoever. I don't know why. And it's where there was like this rocking chair in the back of the attic and a few other items as well. And I was like, yeah, oh well. And this is where I just turned around and just went back down. Right, so that's thing number 1. And so thing number 2 was that there was like these TV shows. There was one I used to tune into called Most Haunted Live, right? So there's this guy that's like that was like restrained with like this rope with this statue that was like behind him, and it's like still. And it's where suddenly after about 5 minutes, right, is where he shouted, "You evil!" You know. Is when his friends were in another room and he just ran over to the scene to see what the statue was doing. But from what I've seen on the screen, the statue did not even move at all. And he was like saying, "Oh, it's where the actually went," and it was like nodding like this. But I didn't see that at all. I was thinking, what's going on? It's like the screen can't even capture it, like, at all. But he claims to say that he actually saw the statue move it was like grinning at him and stuff. It's like, I didn't see anything like that. And so that's thing number 2. And it's where, oh, there was this time, which was the third one, is where there was no ghosts for the sightings on this one, but hey, we'll just talk about it anyway. It's where I did go on something called Ghost Walk, and it's where it was by this guy. I can't remember his name, but he had blonde hair, right? And we were in like a group of 20, and he was like saying about these real stories about ghost sightings and such in my city. And the guy looked like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, and was just like, "Oh my god, it's Legolas in reality!" And it's where I did get to talk to him a couple of times, and it's where I was like saying to him, "Oh, these £3 is for the 3 of us. Is that okay?" And it was like a £5 note, and then he was like saying, "Oh, I'll go get you some change if hopefully I got the right change if you're lucky enough." And it's where he had to give me back 2 £1 coins. It was like, oh wow, he actually, Legolas actually gave me change, wow. And it's where we actually went through like all these different streets, and it was like talking about these real life stories. And it's where basically there was like these ghost sightings, and it's where some of them were like much lower than others when people saw them, because the floor used to be like much lower than usual. But it's like, oh wow, there were some really interesting ones. And it's where I can't remember them all off the top of my head. Then basically there was a story where someone went and killed someone, and where they were gonna go and rob them, and where they were trying to pull the rings off their fingers and stuff, and they got back up, and they were going, "Ah!" And it's where the guy got really scared and was like, "Ah!" Because he wasn't expecting them to get back up. And then he fainted, I don't know how. And it's where they were both found dead the next day. I don't know why that is, but hey. And it's where, so that's part 3 of the video done. And so part 4 was like this haunted school in Ireland. Now I am going to show a video clip on this one, but don't worry, I'm going to demonetize this video anyway. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet anyway. And it's where basically, if you look carefully, it looked like an invisible man was like moving stuff around. And it's like, oh, that's actually pretty interesting how that actually happened. But it looks like they edited out the man. but it's like, oh, and of course it would be in black and white because, you know, that makes it more scary feeling, isn't it? Because imagine if it was in colour, it wouldn't look as scary, would it? So it's like, yeah. I'm very, very sure that if I went all the way to Ireland, went on the plane, went all the way to Ireland, actually went to that exact school and tried to go to that exact corridor and said, "Come out, Mr. Ghost," I'm pretty sure they wouldn't come out. Because that's just the thing. Oh, I remember about 20 years ago that I swear I saw a shadow walking around my bedroom like a long time ago in a different house. And then when I went in, right, I wasn't even scared or anything. There was like nobody in there at all. I was thinking, I swear I saw someone in there. And it happened the next day as well. I was like, and then they kept disappearing. It was like, I want to see an actual ghost. And I was like, come on. But they just won't come. It's just like, what's wrong with them? It's like, I just want to see one ghost. One extra event which had to do with myself is where once I went to one of my relatives' house and there was like some staircase that leads to the basement. And it's where I was like asking, oh, can I go down there? Can I go down there? And by the way, I was like 9 years old. And it's where my relatives were like saying, no, don't go down there. There's ghosts on there. I was like, oh, let me in. It's like, no. Then they locked it. And I was like, oh. And they wouldn't let me meet the ghosts. It's like, come on. They can't kill anyone. If I actually met a real ghost, I'd probably actually have a general conversation saying, oh, where are you from? Are you from medieval days? Or are you from the Tudor days or the Victorian days? Tell me more about yourself. What's your name? Are you from the Egyptian days? I know that's kind of a long time ago and they're all the way in Egypt, not England, but hey, it's like, did you serve Henry VIII? And stuff like that. But because these ghosts just won't appear, it's like, well, it's kind of hard to try and actually cooperate with a ghost, isn't it? It's like, I just taunt them to come to me, they just won't come. Watch someone else witness one and actually tell me in the comment section, and I swear I saw one. Is like, right, show me him, and then they just watch it turn up at all. Watch that actually happen. Anyway, I think I better end off the video anyway, but you get the point. It's like, I wanna meet a ghost. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to actually show your support, you may tick like, share, or subscribe to my channel. You can even do all three of them if you want to. So yeah, and with that, I'll end off the video. So thanks you for watching.